So this is just a very basic example of something that doesn't even use UTM parameters. This is a statlax.com ad in Google search and Google search ads. You can see we use source ID equals and code right there. We do this for a lot of clients where we create custom codes that refer to a specific channel, date, campaign, etc. It does not have to be just UTMs. If you can think it, you can put it on and then send it through into your CRM. So uh, we have a question. Are you expecting that your CRM has direct connection with the SIS already, or are colleges using a CRM only instead of an SIS? So it really depends. We have encountered a number of different scenarios because we know a lot of schools pass information from the CRM directly into additional internal systems and student management systems and all of that. Our expectation is not that those connections are always there, simply because the schools typically that we work with, even if things happen in separate systems, the key information, the key milestones are still being matched in the CRM. So to be honest with you, we typically don't leave the CRM for the work that we do, even if stuff is happening in a management system elsewhere. If they become a student or become a graduate, that milestone at least gets flagged back into the CRM. Now, there are unique scenarios where once it leaves like a Salesforce and goes over to admissions and all of that, it is totally handled on that side. That's something that we could certainly work through at what to pass back and forth. We have not encountered that typically. We typically work entirely within the CRM, but we know that every college and every system does have a lot of other systems and integrations in place. And that's something I think we could definitely work through. If I'm misinterpreting the question there, John, please feel free to type and let me know. But I believe that's what you're getting at. And the reason we work entirely in the CRM is, again, because so much of the tracking and the parameters are set up on the ad side or on the digital side if you're doing organic. So this is an example where you don't even have to hard code out what the parameter is. In this first example, we chose source ID equals 18 AWS1. We put that in there because that was something we came up with. Google and Bing especially have templates built. You can actually set it so that the URL that it uses on the ad automatically pulls variables in and sends them with the click based on what the user did. It's called value track parameters. So you can set it up so that every ad click in Google automatically fires a parameter for the device type, desktop, tablet, mobile, for the ad position that it showed up in. So you can actually evaluate very easily out of your CRM, do ad positions 1 and 2 produce students more often than 3 and 4? My guess would be yes, but those are things you can look at. The IDs behind every campaign, ad creative, the user location, the keyword, all of these things, you could literally put 20 tracking parameters on your URLs and then set up your website and your lead capture to grab them and fire them into the next system, into your internal system. But there is some work you have to do first. By default, if you were to launch a site right now and then fire ad clicks to it with parameters, just as you see in this image here, they will appear when the site loads. Everyone's seen those when you click a tracked URL. What happens when you click to the next page? They disappear. They're not in the address bar anymore, which means by default, if you just from scratch build a website and you put a form on a page and people start clicking around and then fill out that form, without a little bit of extra setup, that form is not going to know what parameters to grab anymore. You have to set it up so that when someone visits your website, that tracking stays with them just like a cookie does. This is how Google Analytics work. It puts things in a session cookie that follows the user from page to page for as long as they're there. You have to set it up so that your unique parameters also travel from page to page.